Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the world of WWE. This is nothing, by the way. World of WWE. Don't think anything dirty. Do not think anything dirty. Okay. So today I'm gonna do an Elimination Chamber review for 2018. I know this is late. I know it happened a few days ago, but this week's been crazy. Snow outside in the UK. Can you believe it? Snow in the UK, and I do not live in Scotland. I know you're surprised. So yeah, there's a bunch of snow, and with my school, the school was apparently open just for them to close it, and it was a nightmare trying to figure out what was going on. So the week was it's been a weird week. But now I'm here, going to do a review. So the first match was the first ever women's elimination chamber match. I thought for the match, it was really good. It was a really good pay-per-view. I thought for the most part that was a good match. I really enjoyed it personally. So yes, Sasha Banks and Bailey are no longer friends, clearly. And plus, I'm a bit confused because the very next night was kind of hard to tell who was the heel and who was the face. I think Sasha should be the heel because if you make Bailey the heel, yes, it would be something new and it'll help her, but she has such a big connection with little kids. I think it could be bad for the business. So I think from a business perspective, they're more likely to turn Sasha heel than Bailey heel, because Sasha is not a good face really, because she's a good wrestler, but as a face, she's like a face with a massive ego, which doesn't suit a face. She's like, I'm the boss, Sasha Banks. I'm the boss. Yeah. She's got such a huge ego. I just don't see her as a face. I don't see her as like a strong face when she talks about how she's the boss. I'm not trying to be weird to Sasha. She's amazing, but she's a much better heel. That and the boss thing, saying I'm the boss, would suit a heel more than a face. You kind of get what I'm saying. And Alexa Bliss retained a third with the Jenna promo, making it sound like she was a turning face, saying I did this for you. Deal, guys, hoping you can achieve your dreams. And he said, one thing I made clear is that you can never achieve your dreams. She pretty much just did the entire heel turn. I think that was a great promo. I really enjoyed it. My mum was like, oh, come on, give me a break. She knows wrestling's fake, and she just hates it when people do it like that. But then she realised that she was just talking trash. So yeah, next match was I haven't done the pre-show, but the only thing I know about the pre-show is Luke Gallows and Kyle Anderson destroy the Mr. to win. Yeah, I don't even watch the pre-show, so yeah, that doesn't matter. So now let's get to the main show. Titus World, Sheamus and Cesaro defend the tag team against one of the greatest tag teams ever, the most historic tag teams ever. Titus Worldwide, the biggest jabbers. It clearly, and plus the very next one where they destroyed them, they even addressed their problem that they don't have enough good tag teams. So I'm like, how are you supposed to let us buy into these as tag teams? Like, I think they didn't feel like jobbers. I like the fact that they didn't feel like complete jobbers, unlike a Monday Night War. But on the pay-per-view, they didn't feel like complete jobbers because they got pinned in War. On War, they got pinned in like 10 seconds. Which, apart from that, it took a little while to get the second pin, but it wasn't like super long. But I liked it in the pay-per-view. They didn't look like jobbers, which kind of helps them contend champions in the very far future, not anytime soon. But the problem is the match, it felt like a pre-show. It felt like it was in the pre-show. It was a match that felt like I was watching something from the pre-show. So that was a bit annoying. Because I want people for matches on the main show to feel like it's the main show. I'm sorry that I didn't do a review on the Royal Rumble. I didn't even do a predictions video I was going to do, so do it now. So when I do a predictions video, you can pretty much guarantee that eventually, in about a week's time, in a week's time, if it's not, I'll do a review for the paper. If it's not done in a week's time, then yeah. So next up is Woken Matt Hardy vs. Bray Wyatt. I used to love Woken Matt Hardy, like, delete. That was a horrible delete impression, but the problem is they ruined it. If you want to be honest, I didn't care about it. And the fans watching the match clearly didn't care. They were chanting Rusev Day, which happy Rusev Day. I know it's great to celebrate Rusev Day. You must celebrate Rusev Day. But you kind of need to control it. And it just shows that no one really cared about this match. The only spot I think people cared in the match was when Bray Wyatt was doing his creepy, like, oh no! You know when he goes like that on the ropes, and Matt Hardy's like, wonderful! I know that thing I just did, like, it's weird. He's like, wonderful, and gives a clap, and the crowd claps with it. That is what they think they should do with this working Matt Hardy in this book, because it's clear that they're going to face a Mayo, which I'm not excited about. But if you go to do that, don't make the entire feud laugh. Like, yes, I get he has a good laugh. I will admit that. But if you keep making laugh, like the first 2 weeks was exactly the same. The week after was actually something I really enjoyed. Like, Welcome Matt Hardy had so much potential. He once made him playing chess with a goldfish entertaining. Yeah, he actually did that. So yes. So I didn't really care about this match. I guessed Welcome Matt Hardy if you watched the predictions done. But every match I guessed in this, every prediction I made, I actually got correct, which shows there's no it's so predictable. Like the first match, the Women's Elimination Chamber match, I knew I predicted Alexa Bliss going to win. She was correct. I was correct. Tag Team Champions, I predicted that the Tag Team Champions would retain. Welcome Matt Hardy, I predicted he'd win. And for the Men's Elimination Chamber match, I did a reality one and a dream one, and the reality one was correct. So yeah. So that's all I have to say about Bray Wyatt's Welcome Matt Hardy. There's a YouTuber I watched, The Great One. I mean, you'll probably see me do a shout out to him. He did a video where he told us about a comment he had where either WWE ruined this feud completely or Bray Wyatt's that bad. I gotta admit, I've been not enjoying Bray Wyatt recently. He had so much potential when he first went to WWE. But even when he left NXT really early, he had so much potential. And WWE just ruined it. They just ruined it. Well, how am I supposed to take this man seriously? And he was even a former world champion, which is when we thought he was actually going to mean something. Ruined it. I'm like, you've ruined every opportunity. If you make him a star like this, doing the same thing he does every week, how are we going to buy into it? The only way I think we would save him now is that instead of talking about Sister Abigail, because that Sister Abigail storyline is terrible. It was literally Sister Abigail's literally Bray Wyatt in a dress. Like, really. And I think I'm quite happy that they didn't face a TSC over Bray Wyatt. Probably would have been nothing. So at least I just hoped, unless he talks about Sister Abigail, all that stuff, he talks about how he's gonna break down his opponent, how he's gonna defeat his opponent, how maybe mentally defeat his opponent. He very rarely actually talks about his opponent. Which I'm like, yeah. And literally, I'm like, well, we saw Bray Wyatt dancing with Heath Slater. It was a little dance and Sister Abigail, but still dancing. Yes. Now we're going to get to the main event, another first time ever. But the Women's Elimination Chamber match, I like the fact that the women's are getting so much goodness, but it kind of feels forced a little bit. Something else, the first match, because I kind of think the women's Royal Rumble main event in the Royal Rumble was like, it felt really forced. It should have been the other way round because it made no sense. I was really confused. So yeah. So if they swapped those two matches, so the third match and that was the women's Royal Rumble, the main event was the men's Royal Rumble, I think that would have been a much better way to end the show. I'm fine with Asuka winning, don't get me wrong, but I kind of just, a lot of the women's superstars, I haven't pretty much ever watched those old stars, so I was like, meh. But I did love that Vicky Guerrero bit. And she screams, "Excuse me!" And then she gets thrown at the top way. It was just, that was my favourite part of that Royal Rumble match. Of course, Asuka winning. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one match. I think there's one more match I forgot. Asuka versus Nia Jax. Let's get to that match. I think it happened before, but I'm not sure. I predicted Asuka was going to win. She won. But the problem is, I hate the fact that they make Asuka feel a little weak. Like, during that match, it was a good match. It was a good way to keep Nia Jax strong. Like, just win by, Nia Jax wins by Hurricanrana roll-up. And that's how Asuka won, like a Hurricanrana roll-up. What's this? I don't know. And then pull a struggle through a burger. I can get that. That makes her look strong. But during the match, you made Asuka feel weak. You made the episode tomorrow the undefeated superstar who even broke Goldberg's undefeated. But freaking Goldberg's! And she still hasn't got a single loss. Looked like a complete loser. Even though next time was, she got beaten up like crazy by Nia Jax. I'm like, can you treat her with a little bit more respect? That's all I really have to say. The match itself was good overall. The main event was the first ever 7-man elimination chamber. I don't get why people were like, oh, is there going to be 5 chamber parts? No, it's going to be 4 and it starts with 3 superstars. The superstar that shocked me the most in terms of how well they did was Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, at first, I wasn't the biggest fan of him. It was alright when it came to around WrestleMania time. But he wasn't like the huge hero. Now, he's freaking amazing. He's like an underdog that wins a lot. It's not one of those underdogs who loses a lot and stuff. He's one of those good underdogs that still wins a lot. If you know what I'm saying. Seth, I even changed my opinion that I wanted Seth to win during the match. And the very next night on Raw, he freaking does half 5-star frog splash and the Miz. Then Miz is like pretty much the other end of the ring, really far away. She still hits it. But let's get to the pay-per-view. He did incredible. I even wanted him to win, but he didn't. And by the way, Roman Reigns wins. LOL. I gotta admit though, his promo the very next night on Raw was just. I usually I hated this because I want a break, but I'm like, with that promo, I was like, that's a good promo. I gotta admit that. If you want talk, it was basically talking about how you don't care about the WWE, all you do care is about hiding behind your contract and why we were going like facing crazy relationship. You were taking pictures and talking to Dana White. You have no, let's say you have no respect to this company. You were even at the country when what happened, but you weren't there. So we're like, how we're supposed to, I really like that. Roman Reigns won. I'm kind of weird to know how if Roman Reigns is considered strong at the end or weak. Because Roman Reigns, of course, looks strong. Because he's got those muscles. Well, okay, we have, in terms of muscles, by the way, me and Roman are identical. Okay, next thing. So, because it's weird, because he eliminated pretty much everyone else. The only superstar he did, literally, he eliminated 5 superstars. Yeah, 5 superstars with only him and Roman left, and Roman Reigns hits 2 spears to win the match. And so, I was a little unsure, like, is he strong at the end, or does he lose clean to Roman by 2 spears? I was a little confused. Even with Braun Strowman attacking him after the match, I was a bit confused of who's strong. I think Braun Strowman on the wall is strong. By the way, I don't like the part with James, him and Elias. That was just like, really? And I do not want those two faces at WrestleMania. Braun Strowman deserves a better match than facing Elias. Okay, I've talked about this pay-per-view. Overall, it was a good pay-per-view, but nothing special. So that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And I'll see you all in the next video.